You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
He gets so turned on by this.
Yeah, he does. Well, I think he just sees you and he's like, you know.
He's got some rhythm.
For a white guy.
He should probably be in a band.
Yeah, well, if he knew how to play an instrument.
Exactly. Well, here we are. Welcome to SmackDown After Show. I'm your host, Ric Drasin. Sitting next to me is Patricia Summerland.
Hello.
And I'm going to let her introduce the girls over here.
Oh, no. We have Shane and we have Shannon.
Wow.
The Ballard twins.
Hello there. Right.
Pro wrestlers for 27 years now.
Yeah.
Right? We doubled your time.
Yes. And we're only 28.
I know. Pretty damn good.
Go figure. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to start right with this because I actually liked the show this time.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I liked the show this time.
Yeah, I did.
It was really good.
Started with a match.
It started with a match.
Ding, ding, ding.
And Ryback is really getting good. I think he's very good on the mic now. He makes his point. He's believable.
Right. Cuts his short promo.
Yeah, and it was a good match.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing a lot more than he ever has.
Right.
And working with Daniel was great, I think.
I think that elevated him as well as elevating Daniel Bryan, because, I mean, his offense was so believable.
Yes.
His kicks and everything he did. Usually Ryback buries people, but,
Right.
I mean, he was in, for a smaller guy, too, he was in the entire match. I mean, everything was believable and solid.
Daniel Bryan's bulked up, though. He's gotten a little bit thicker, wider.
He has.
His legs are really big.
Got a lot more pubic hair on his face, too. That's meeting at the Y, you know.
That thing is growing and growing and growing.
He puts weights in there, so that way it's like, you know, that way when he exercises, you know, it's like he always has like 25 extra pounds on
I
him,
think it's
so.
full of from under cheese.
From under.
Yeah, from under.
Yeah. Whoa, hey, yo.
You know what? What's the thing that I like most about that match? Do you have any idea?
They were telling the story of stick and move.
Yes.
Just like in Mike Tyson's Punch Out, when Doc would tell little Mac to stick and move, and he'd be patting him on the back.
That doesn't sound very nice, stick and move. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, he kept going for the leg.
Yeah.
Every chance he got, take the big man down, go for the leg, and then Ryback started to sell it.
Yeah, and you know those kicks to the legs, actually, they legit hurt.
Legit hurt.
Yeah.
You could see the redness
As opposed
there,
to-
right? And every kick was in the same exact spot. You know, he felt that after the match. Probably still feels it right now, actually.
Actually, I feel it.
Yeah, I felt it for him.
In a UFC match, if they did that, that really would take your legs out.
Yeah. Actually, I was wrestling a guy named Oliver John, and he kept doing those kicks to my leg. That was like his gimmick. And after a while, it's like, you know, please stop kicking me in the leg, because it really legit.
It's annoying, right?
Well,
Wait,
it
can
really
we
hurts.
go back about 3 sentences? You were wrestling all over John?
Oliver.
I know, right? That's what it sounded like.
No, that would be him. I was wrestling Oliver John. Well, he was wrestling his partner.
I said all over John.
Yeah.
I wasn't
You
sure.
said it better, though, Rick.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
It sounded better.
But those, I mean, his psychology of taking a big man down by removing the foundation
Yeah, exactly.
to get him down is the way to do it.
Yeah, very good story being told. And there was a very nice reverse on the Luthez press, where he,
Luthez was
Daniel
there?
Bryan,
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan actually rolled under him, from under him, and
That's where the from under cheese came from.
grabbed his leg. Yeah, that was a really good reversal. Very different.
Well, I'll tell you something right now, brother, that I actually sat and watched the whole match, and I don't always do that, but it held my interest
Yeah, it did.
all the way through. I mean, that's a match I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm usually eating. The first match, I'm usually eating my omelet, so I'm a little like paying more attention to the omelet than the match. But that really kept my attention the entire time.
You're eating your curds and whey.
Yeah, my omelet was getting cold. I almost had to reheat it.
Along
Because I was
came
so focused on
a
the match.
spider, sat down beside her, said, "Hey,
Yep.
what's in the bowl?"
Right.
Yeah.
Man. That's it.
I thought the positive of that match was that it was not one-sided. It was back and forth,
Yes.
back and forth,
Yeah.
back and forth, which was a positive. The negative
That was
was, what does this do for Ryback going in against John Cena for the title?
He
Nothing.
injured
Yeah.
John Cena.
Doesn't
Yeah.
do much.
Yeah, so I mean, like I enjoyed the match, but on a standpoint of booking, maybe they should have put him in with somebody else and let him kind of destroy him a little more, because that would make him stronger going into the match against John Cena.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, all in all, if you're just going to go to a show, if you didn't have a storyline going here, you're going to
Exactly.
do a show.
It would fit,
a match within
yeah.
itself was fine. And
Yeah.
Ryback, if you would take him back to the territory years, he'd be a top guy.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
In every territory.
Yeah.
They'd be screaming for him. They'd up him $100.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
he's-
hey, Winda.
Yeah. And he's drug free.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
He gets all his drugs for free, he told me.
Right.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
You know, he has sponsors that just donate them, you know.
Yeah, I'm
It's the way
sure.
to be. The best stuff you can possibly
I can't even get people to donate caffeine to me. So.
No. Look at you when you're on it. You're another human being. Anything else on that?
No.
Okay, bye.
No, I didn't. I thought it was so-so.
Wait.
So.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. That's just a stain from the omelet. So, no, let's
You
continue.
have some right here, too, by the way. In your
Then we have
beard.
a backstage promo.
Right, with
Oh my God!
Roberto Rodriguez.
Oh, that's cute.
He was
He's
really
cute.
excited. He did a very good job of being excited to be in the ring and
Yeah.
in his promo. Very good.
Very animated.
Yeah.
He's good at everything he does.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know about that, Rick.
Yeah, you do, though.
I don't. I don't know about anything like that.
You've been intimate with him. He's just good at everything he does. They're letting him get some stuff in the ring now. you
Yeah,
know.
they'll
But they're
be
not
nice.
letting him be too good because his bumping is like, you know,
Right.
like a
Yeah.
guy out of the street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
well, I
still-
like the way he dressed too. That's
Yeah.
why they
Zubon's pants.
He had a
Yeah.
hole underneath his t-shirt. It
Something
was-
underneath something from the 80s there.
Yeah, he's definitely got a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the better ones.
Yes.
And what about Zeb? You think about good old Zeb.
In Pulp Fiction, Zeb is dead. That was Zed, actually.
Yeah, Zed is dead.
I don't know about Zeb.
Pretty soon you won't be able to tell that he has a bottom portion of his face because his facial hair is
Oh,
going to grow
yeah.
so much you won't even be able to see him talking.
He's like a
I know.
walrus.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
intending.
It's like a bush with two eyes.
Oh no, go.
yeah, the second match we've got Zack Ryder.
Wait. Already in the ring.
Yeah,
Already.
in the ring, Zack Ryder.
The new improved
Trying to look
Zack
more
Ryder.
serious.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I haven't either.
He looks good. Well, better.
I think
now.
he looks good, too.
You can take him
Against
seriously now a little bit.
And then Fandango
Yeah.
comes out with like a horde of women.
Yeah.
You know,
I really like Summer Rae, the blonde one that he comes out with.
Yeah, she looks
I am
good.
digging her.
She's-
yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets a crowd going too.
She has other things going too. Hey-o.
You know, people make fun of him, and you know, he's doing the right thing. He's getting the attention of the audience, and that's what he wants. And they're selling merchandise, and,
Yeah.
and the big opening with all the girls dancing. I mean, it really puts him out there.
And the song.
He's a cult icon.
Yeah.
Where I think people don't want him to get too popular, and when he does,
Right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Got
what
a good
happens.
build.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
He's
good.
definitely in
Yeah,
good
and he's
shape.
not too
Yeah.
bad.
Got a
Looks
great
natural,
look,
too.
and I enjoy some of his moves. Got a good top kick that's pretty cool.
He's starting to get more comfortable in the ring too. I noticed that the way
Yeah.
he moves, like when he first came, he was very robotic because you could tell he was nervous and trying not to make mistakes.
Well,
But
you know
now
what?
he's getting comfortable.
There's a lot of truth in that, but you think about the guys that come from the indie or where they're being trained and they get their final chance to come out on TV, and they walk out and they see all these people and all these cameras. You're gonna get nervous.
Oh yeah, and it's hot, a lot hotter too because of the lighting.
You're
and
hotter and
everything.
your adrenaline's up and you're hot because it's hot, and you know it's like you feel like you're gonna have like
Right.
like the flu and the fever and all the meltdown.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of and it's a lot of pressure. You've got 7-8 minutes to go out there and do your thing. You better do it right, or
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah.
Or you'll be
There's
just
so
like
many-
Zack Ryder.
There's so
Exactly.
many people behind you waiting for that spot. So many people.
Waiting for
it's
you to
cutthroat.
fail.
Exactly.
And hoping that you do.
Yeah.
And backstabbing you when you're out there.
Right. Exactly. It's kind of like the movie Showgirls.
Yeah. No,
little
I was
bit.
in that.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that you were with, what's the name, Elizabeth Berkley, right?
I was with her. I was her. I actually doubled her.
Yeah, for the nude scenes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You tuck it in and.
Wow, so I was fantasizing to you, I guess, Rick.
Well, you do anyway.
That's true.
When I asked you to come over, you jumped on the chance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't you have
literally.
that poster above your bed? I think it's you, Rick.
It's not
Actually.
above his bed. He holds it up with one hand at night.
Oh, what's the other
That was in
hand
your
doing?
tights when you wrestled, though. He's like my favorite wrestler.
That's funny.
Okay.
Anyway, the match was decent.
Yeah, for a squash match, it was a good match.
Yeah.
That's what I put
Pretty
down.
good.
It didn't do much for Zack Ryder.
No, but I mean,
I don't think anything at this point is doing good for Zack Ryder. They just seem to.
He's in
I don't know
Job
what
City.
he did to upset people. I mean, he's got a huge Twitter
He
following.
still
Yes, he
has that
does.
following, yeah.
And just for some reason they bury him. He doesn't even get an entrance. I
don't know why.
When was the last time he won a match? You know.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to take him out of that, though, and give him a little change because the old Zack Ryder wasn't working. So now the new one, yeah. they're
Either
trying-
that or they're just trying to bury him in more and let him get discouraged and quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I'm not doing this
That's
anymore. I'm
it.
not
Yeah.
doing you guys do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to work like this. I'm done.
Right.
You know who was like that?
Cabal.
Frankie Kazarian was like that. He didn't want to.
He didn't want to cut his hair.
He didn't
the
want to cut
first
his
time
hair.
he was in WWE.
Nope. He didn't want to go with the program at all.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that we're really good friends with him, and the night that he quit the next day. Well, I guess Stephanie McMahon had some friends that came down to watch the show. He was like on Velocity, which was like before the main
Right.
show. And she asked, it was like a bunch of girls, and she's like, well, like maybe from college, I think. And she's like, what did you guys think? Tell me, you know, like, who did you like? Who did you dislike? And they're just like, oh, that Frankie Kazarian, we loved him, but he had already, you know, like, asked for his release.
She didn't want to bring him back.
No. Like after that, they were gonna push him. She was like, "Wow, well, you know, if my friends from college like this guy, I think maybe you know a lot of other people will too." But he just didn't want to be there. It was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was very cutthroat. People were waiting.
In the best situation, when you're stuck in something, if there's one thing you don't like, that's the thing you dwell on, and that's when you want to leave.
Yeah.
You just don't want to be there because that's all you think about. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's ironically, yeah, they said you have to cut your hair,
Yeah.
and that was like the I guess the last straw, the turning point for him to say, "Nah, you know what? I'd like to be released." And then a couple months later, he cut his hair on his own.
That's what I did.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, we all had to go through extremes. All the glow girls, like extremes. You know, you got to put on like 400 pounds. You know,
Yeah.
BC had to do her mohawk, and you know, all of his characters.
I had to do a perm.
You had to do extreme
Didn't work
things.
well.
You know, that's a part of TV. It's
Yeah.
part of being a wrestler and character. You got to if you want to make it. Okay,
All
let's
right.
go to the next. Kali.
Well,
I get excited.
this was for me. This was
He
this was the
spoke.
best
It was
part
so
of the show.
cute.
Caitlyn has some flowers, and she doesn't know who the roses. My older brother gives people flowers because they're way she
Yeah,
gets,
we know.
She
A
gets,
lot of.
yeah, she gets roses. Doesn't know who they're from, and sees Natalya Neidhart sitting with Kali, and then when she said he gives the greatest advice, I was just thinking
I
to
thought it
myself,
was cute.
please speak, please talk. He starts talking, I lost it. I was like, yes.
Please.
I know, it was sort of hard to understand when he first
Yeah,
started.
Kali gives
talking.
great advice.
He's Dr. Lawrence.
if you can only understand it.
WWE.
I wonder if they're going to try to run with that gimmick where now he's like
He's a marriage counselor.
like and remember in Charlie Brown when they had Lucy as a doctor is in?
Yeah.
It's going to be like that, but he's going to be the one giving the advice to everyone. He's
That
got a
would
little
be
couch,
fantastic.
you know.
How do you have to get a translator?
Yeah.
No,
Well, that's
better.
subtitles.
Yeah, subtitles. That was phenomenal. That was a phenomenal segment.
But I really think something like that would probably help because I mean I feel bad because he still looks so pained in the ring
I know.
that I mean he could still get his glory and still be able to be part of it.
Why don't they just let him do
by doing
ringside commentary? And we'll know. We'll never. We'll never know what's happening.
Yeah.
And
you got
We'll think he's talking about.
Relax,
we're talking
Like
about-
Kali, we love you, really.
I'm talking about horse
That's-
races.
Yeah.
You know who
Wow.
Caitlyn reminds me of? Facially, just a little bit.
Who's that?
Yes, you do. We had her on here. Tick, 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 tick. Think, hurry, the clock's running out. She sat right here.
Oh,
Tick,
Melissa
tick,
Coates.
Tick, no.
I know. I was going to say that. There's no way.
She sat right there.
There's
Right
no
there.
way.
Okay.
Alicia Way.
Friend of yours, nope.
No, she sat here.
No.
Friend of
Oh, I
ours.
thought it was
Jennifer.
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes.
Jennifer Thomas.
Okay.
What do I
In
win?
little
In
bit,
here,
yeah.
the same features of the mouth and the nose.
So what do I
I
win?
can see that.
Just a comment I made. They just remind me of each other. Neither good nor bad, but it's what it is.
We had something that I wanted to, even though this was more of a, well, it wasn't a Raw thing, but John Cena is such a great guy. They show that for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, he donates all of his frequent flyer miles.
Yeah.
So they could fly people out so they could see him, and just a really good thing. He really is a good-hearted guy, and it's like there's a kid there with a heart condition. Like I have a 3-year-old boy. He's got a heart condition, and it's like, when I saw that, I was really moved. Where he brought them on the show and had them all.
He was so happy. That little boy was so excited.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
Yeah.
So hats off to John Cena for being for being a good guy. It's like the world needs more people like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's really big.
I did a donation last Tuesday, but I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay.
It's $12. Yes, it's only for a few
So we
drops.
have this Renee Young, who's like a new, she's in the background now doing interviews.
Yeah, I hear some laughing.
It's funny.
What are we missing? There's a party in there.
See a head popping up and down. All right, go ahead.
Renee Young.
What's your name again?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
with Zeb and Jack Swagger backstage.
Oh.
Yeah, talking about the little.
Why did I miss that?
Because it was like.
She's okay.
You're too
what do you
focused
think
on
about her? I
Caitlyn,
think she's good. Yeah.
May? She's 90
Who,
years
the
old.
girl?
Renee. She's okay for what she does.
She's very
All she did really was hold the
blonde?
Yeah, the blonde.
I didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I
Renee
think
Young.
they're showing her every week. They're giving you a little bit
Trying to
more
get her
of
in
her.
there.
Yeah, but who's
I
she?
think she's just like a backstage announcer, commentator, whatever.
Whatever you want to call her.
Interviewer.
Interviewer.
Yeah.
A commentator?
Yeah.
Interviewer. Yeah.
Commentator would be an ordinary potato.
Yeah.
Getting the backstage smut. Okay, let's go.
I'll take that job.
Right? Ooh, smelly undies at times.
Well,
Ooh,
that interview.
they're from Monday.
Yeah. that interview led into Ricardo Rodriguez versus Zeb Coulter match with Ziggler's crew at and his crew at ringside.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that match was going to go somewhere for a minute.
Yeah, and then you have a DQ with Swagger getting involved.
Yeah. They didn't want them to go too long, obviously.
They didn't. And then Teddy Long comes out. He just happens to be right
Wait,
there.
one before you go there. Zeb can't move very well.
No, he can't.
No, not at all.
Looks like he has really bad hips.
Yeah, well,
Probably, yeah.
remember Dutch Mantel was he's been wrestling forever. Yeah.
I think I worked with him. I told you once in San Pedro.
He's a good puncher, though.
Huh?
He's a good puncher. He throws a good work punch.
Yeah, well, he does. All those old school guys.
Yeah.
It's an art in itself.
Yes.
Yes.
Jizz. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, go.
So then Teddy Long comes out and
Gary Coleman.
makes it a tag match.
Playa.
So then during the tag match, I don't know why Ziggler got involved. None of this actually involved him, nor did anybody winning.
No.
And, like, they already had the stipulation.
Was that a triple threat?
No, not yet.
Not
we
yet.
weren't there yet.
You're a little ahead of it.
I'm a little premature. I didn't know when to do that.
They've got new things for. So yeah, for some reason,
Works for me.
yeah, you're done and already. We're able to watch TV.
Exactly.
Right.
Can we eat now?
Yeah. So Ziggler got involved for no apparent reason, and then,
Just because he was there. Hey, I'm here. Let me get involved.
So then Teddy Long comes out again and makes it a triple threat tag match.
And
Which
then,
they gave him
Langston, too, don't forget.
a little more time.
Big old Langston. Ooh.
And Langston, could he get any
Jeez.
thicker?
Right?
No.
And he takes his it's like, what is
I mean,
this?
if he cut down like 40 pounds and got ripped, he'd look really good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a monster.
His
think
thighs are
he's,
like huge.
Yeah. Do you think he's on the same sponsorship that Ryback is?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I was going to say. I would like to see them together in the
I'm sure
ring.
he gets the point plenty.
They did give Rodriguez a lot more offense. I mean, his stuff was looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully this leads to something for him. I mean, he got
That's what I
the
was
kick in,
thinking.
and you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
let's hope.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, I always look at you.
Remember,
with
he's
quite,
got that. He's got that cross eye. Like, he's not looking at you. He's actually looking at Patricia. With
Me
the
like
line.
this?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's cockeyed.
Yeah.
That's why he's looking at me.
The finishing sequence was very good. That involved all the guys kind of hitting a
the
move,
triple,
hitting another guy, hitting the other guy,
Yeah.
and then ended up with Alberto Del Rio getting the victory.
He's tall, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like 6'4",
Yeah.
6'5".
It's hard to believe that when you see him until he's next to somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
When he's next to somebody, you can really, because I've seen Ricardo at my house.
Yeah.
And he's tall. He's
Yeah,
like
he's
6'1" easily.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to
6,
say.
maybe.
This guy's way over him.
Yeah.
It was good because he did the roll-up. Ziggler did the roll-up with the tights. You thought that was it right there because everyone was hitting the move so quick.
Yeah.
He kicks out, goes right into the cross-arm breaker. That was a good little swerve there.
Very good.
But Ziggler was flopping it like a fish at the end. What was that when he pinned him? He's just going, like if he's having a
he
seizure.
submitted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he was like selling.
I was laughing. I'm like, what the heck? And there was no disqualifications, which made it interesting, I guess. That was good.
Surprisingly,
Yeah,
AJ didn't get involved.
Right.
Since
That
there
was
no
a shocker.
They
disqualification.
kind of put it
Yeah.
on the back burner a bit.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Maybe
Just
they
getting
have.
too crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Did the back.
oftentimes, people do get it gets to their heads when they get the push there. They start
They were
treating
saying
people
that
a little
about her.
differently.
Yeah.
And I've heard that about her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she really took it to heart.
I'm not buying any more cookies from her.
I don't know
I've
if you
had my
guys
fill.
remember
Right.
the one-legged guy. What was his name?
Zach Gowen.
Zach Gowen. He got an instant push because he was able to do like a
Wait,
moonsault with one leg.
how many years ago was that?
That was a couple.
That was a while ago.
back.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
The one-legged kid.
Yeah, the one leg. Yeah,
Pogo.
And he got a big head, and they just buried him and made him quit.
Yeah.
Because of it, they.
I was very surprised. I thought he would have got a big foot. But,
Yeah.
he left. He tried to sue them,
Yeah, he did.
but he didn't have a leg to stand on.
Ba-boom. Da-dum. Where's the music?
I had to do that.
For some reason, I didn't even see that coming.
No,
No.
just came out of. I pulled it out my ass.
What else do you have back there?
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Artillery and hammers, nails, shit like that.
And then we have the backstage with Shield. They're nasty again.
Yeah.
You hear
Daniel
like
Bryan.
a bunch of
These guys are brutal. I know.
yeah, but you didn't
Right.
know what it was until the end of the promo when you see Daniel Bryan laying. But
Oh,
what
they're
was
on the
Daniel
floor.
Bryan
Supposedly really
doing?
injured.
Just hanging out backstage where like the
know.
dark
And
area.
then all of a
yeah.
sudden they show it.
He just
Yeah.
happened to be walking by. Hey, I'm lost.
He was looking for craft service. Where's the coffee and the donuts and the candies?
And then he catches
They
it
were
in his
actually-
beard.
There's a table around the
Yeah.
corner there in
Right.
the dark.
The
Yeah.
Shield put like
He savors
arrow
it.
signs pointing and it said catering, and it went like
Catering,
it was going around all the different places. So he kept going. Well, it's usually over here, and he walked all the way around. And that's when they jumped.
I wonder if I'll get hit if I go back here. Probably. Here it comes.
Well, this is an odd place for catering, but okay.
Right.
Where is the curtain with the metal rods behind it? So
Yeah.
when they bump into it, you hear it go ting 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 ting
Yeah,
ting ting ting.
Well, it upset Kane.
It sure did.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
not.
right.
He was
well,
none
he's
too
already
happy.
upset. He's been upset at these boys.
He's not a happy guy.
No, not happy.
Neither
Very
was,
happy.
neither was his brother.
His brother.
Well, he
right.
was put out. His brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna
His
have family revenge.
They really related?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They almost
Yeah.
could be, right?
Yeah, they are.
Are they seriously?
Yeah, sure. You didn't know that?
It's
Tell
John.
her. She'll
Yeah.
believe anything. She'll believe anything.
Yeah, they're brothers. They were
Yeah,
born
sure.
a year
No,
apart.
kind. Yeah, right.
No,
Or they could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like I think it's like a year and a half apart.
Maybe two. Yeah.
And
Okay.
their last name is really Taker. It's Kane, Taker, and Undertaker.
Taker, right? The underwear. Okay, so then we go into the next one, the Randy Orton versus Damien Sandow.
Yeah.
Let's just let
Yeah.
Patricia do this. I'm going to go over here.
Okay.
Okay, go on. Orton and Sandow.
That's it. I wasn't thrilled
Don't
with that
expect me
one
to
either.
read that. It looks like 5th grade notes.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just
He
'cause you
did,
got yours typed out.
Write that with your left
take
hand.
it.
Or he did do something, Rick, that you would be disappointed on.
What would that be? Old
He
wise arm?
he no sold the headbutts he gave. He was giving some headbutts,
Yeah,
no sold it
there
like
was
nothing
no-
happened to him.
There was no sell.
Orton, when his headbutt
I noticed
Sandow.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't
I
know why
did
they
think it
use
was a
that.
great match.
I don't know
Yeah.
why they use that.
Yeah, I think they pretty much Sandow, who is just for as talented as he is and very good at
I know where
promos
you're- I know
and
where
his
you're going with
characters,
this right now. Tell
just
me.
He's buried in the mid card.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
Yeah.
at first, no.
Like Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First he was working with everybody, doing a
Exactly.
great job, and now he's like,
Yeah,
And he was
guys
on the
like
mic.
mid
coming out
card.
with this
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah.
I mean, it was not probably nice for him to work Orton, but it's like, where is he going after this? Like this, they really don't have any plans for him. There's nothing.
Orton's been around a long time, and he's good.
Yeah.
And there's a few other guys like that. And we watch these shows, and we watch them for a long time. But after you've seen so much of it, there's nothing there that really get you excited anymore.
It's like if you've seen one Randy Orton match, you've seen them all.
He's kind of declining a bit too, as far as like where he's at in the card. I mean, it seems like they're putting him lower and lower each time.
Just collecting a paycheck.
Yeah. Well, you got to figure he's probably like really working with the Big Show has got to be difficult if you have to work with them for a really long period of time, because there's only so much you can do with a guy that big and then a regular size
guy. You can't really do a lot of your normal offense. I mean, he's not going to do that power slam to him. So
So I mean, he's probably a little upset that he's has to work with Big Show.
Well, let's tell people that watch here, when you're in the business long as we have been, you do get placed with other wrestlers that you don't really want to work with. Nothing personal against them, but you know that the match is going to be the same thing. And it's not going to go anywhere you want it to go.
They're very limited in what they could give
limited,
and take,
and so back in the day, the booker would book you with this person, and you think, I don't even want to go tonight. I used to be booked with one guy. He's passed away. He was one of my best friends, but you couldn't do anything in the match unless he let you, and he was also the booker. So you had to do everything with him the way he wanted to, and he liked me, so he'd book me with him all the time, and I didn't want to work with him all the time. It was like, I don't want to do this. I might even take a bump for you, kid. Oh, thank you so much. But that happens in this business. You get booked with somebody all the time, and you lose your enthusiasm, and it starts to show.
Yeah, it's showing.
Yeah, it's showing. And so if someone comes along and books you with somebody you want to work with, boy, they'll just bring it right up again. It's just the way it is.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah, let's see where they go with it. That's the one thing. I mean, next week will he open the show, or is he going to actually be elevated? It just depends. I mean, his popularity, I think, is still there.
Oh yeah, he looks great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But it just seems almost like they're just lowering him.
I know.
So
they've done it with a lot of people lately.
Yeah, Sandow's buried in the mid.
Yeah.
Ryder. Zack Ryder. Well, he's his jobber. He's in Job City.
Yeah.
He's like the Yoshi now.
Yeah, so. Pretty much.
Gosh.
On a side note,
miss him.
He's on
something going on. If anyone's wondering why you haven't seen The Miz lately, he's taking time off to film a movie called Christmas Bounty.
Oh.
So that's what happened.
So he's now
Miz.
in
If anybody's wondering, or
movie biz, they're all going.
Filming a movie, and he's supposed to return right after the movie's done wrapping.
Let me ask you something. Did you get this off the Hollywood hotline?
I know. He's got Hollywood gossip.
No.
He texted him and said, hey, this is...
Well, it does say that
I miss you.
Okay. It does say that our show is full of news and gossip.
That's right, because you guys train The Miz. If for all of you that don't know, they train The Miz, so that's probably
we can
why.
have a little gossip if you like.
Yeah, that was
have a good contact there. All right. Cool.
It's a pretty reputable source.
I got that on Entertainment Tonight.
It's awesome.
So the aftermath of the Orton matches, well, it's not the aftermath, but, it is, because Orton gets the win with the RKO.
Yeah.
And, which I thought it was an okay match. It wasn't bad, but...
spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, you knew Orton was going to beat him. There was no doubting that. And oftentimes when you watch a match, you want to go in there not knowing
You don't want to know the end.
Yeah.
It's like
a porno. You know how they all end. They all end the same.
And then they all end. You know what they end with at the end? Smoke a cigarette and go home.
Yeah.
It's like you see a movie and someone says, "Hey, did you see this movie? Let me tell you how it ends."
Right.
I don't want to know.
No, I know.
And I don't want to know magic how it works.
Yeah, I do magic, by the way.
I know a little bit, but I don't want to.
Days I'll have to
I don't.
See, that's the bad thing is, Rick, we were the kids that came out of the theater and we were like, wow, who would ever think that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father? Yeah. Right in the line where everyone was getting ready to come in to go see the movie.
So. He does magic, doesn't he? He can open his mouth and make his face disappear.
Yeah. He can do that magic where you can have one eye like look at one, one eye look at you and one eye look at Rick.
Yeah.
Cool. So Big Show cuts a promo, and then Damien Sandow gets his
he comes out from behind again. Yes, comeuppance.
By giving him his finishing move.
Yeah.
And then you don't even see Sandow. He just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Then Big Show came out and laughed and said that he wouldn't be laughing at the pay-per-view after what he's going to do to him.
Yeah.
He did do a good job of making it like he was laughing, and all of a sudden he gets serious. I mean, you're kind of like, whoa, like taken aback by it, because he had that, he played it off really, really well.
Yeah, Big Show's a good actor.
Big Show, that's what I was just going to say. He's been an actor. He's pretty.
No, he's good.
He's very good.
He's a seasoned guy all the way around entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. He's been out before.
He can do pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can he juggle?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
We have a leads into an arm wrestling match.
Yes.
The old school arm wrestling. Mark Henry versus
you know who used to do that all the time? Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Remember that? And
And he always punched the guy at the end.
It would take like 30
They do
minutes.
this and then he'd walk away for like, it would be 15 minutes of that, all that.
Yeah, they would really milk it. Like the old school guys would really milk that arm wrestling
Teasing.
match.
Yeah.
And then there was a little excerpt, of Kane backstage talking about the Shield again. That a journey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, to the place called Hell.
That's right.
The setup for the last match.
Yeah, so during the arm wrestling match, we have Mark Henry win, which I thought they were going to have Sheamus actually beat him.
I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I thought it would too.
That made the whole show right there.
Then
That was
Sheamus
cool.
does the left-handed thing and then hits him. But I mean, what does that
Sucker
do
punch.
for Sheamus? It's like, like I thought when they showed the previous one when he did the what do you call it? The tug of war, and he let go. That's an old schoolyard thing, and I thought that was funny. Like when he went to pull,
Yeah.
like in Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know if
Right.
You know that
Yeah.
that tug of wars are dangerous.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
A lot of people have been really hurt in tug of wars. They had a tug of war.
Not too long
Oh, it's
ago.
on one of the TV shows I was watching, and it comes
They
from a
hurt
true
their
story.
fingers.
Pulled their fingers
Their
off.
fingers broke. It was real. That was
Yeah,
on the
and they brought it in with a bucket of
actually.
fingers and had to match them all up.
Well, yeah, there was a couple. There was a couple kids in
Yeah.
school, high school.
Is that
did
what happened with you,
That was
Rich?
just a couple months ago.
It was just a tug. It
And the kid lost his
was a
finger.
rub and tug.
Yeah, but it is. It's
I heard a similar story on that a guy, he worked, like he was working with the saw and he cut all his fingers off.
yeah.
Wow.
And he went,
That's like a
Who would do
friend of mine.
that?
he went to the doctor, the doctor like stitched them all up. The
Yeah.
doctor told me, he goes, hey, we have new technologies now. We could have sewed your fingers back on. Why didn't you just bring them in? And he goes like, gee, doc, I couldn't pick them up.
All right. On that note, real quick, because we get back to wrestling, when I cut these three off, I went back in, they sewed these two back on. I asked him, can you put this finger on upside down this way? I want the nail on the bottom. He says, it's not going to work. I said, but why? I said, because I'm a guitar player and it'll be my pick. And I really meant that because that would be unique. And I have only guy with the fingernail on the bottom of his hand. So anybody didn't do it.
He'd be like, I just woke up one day and my finger reversed somehow, so I don't know.
You can put it on like a thing,
You
just
get
twist
it
it once in a while.
stuck
There's my
somewhere that you
pick, finger
shouldn't
picking.
Get it stuck.
Anyway, the arm wrestling thing's an old gimmick and it's fun.
It was cute.
Yeah, I just thought like it didn't have the same effect as the tug of war. When Sheamus did that, it made him look a little weaker. Like,
Right.
Okay, like I got you, now I have to get you again. Then he gave him the kick and laid him out. Not making me really excited to see the match.
No,
between
I'd rather
Sheamus
watch Ryback and Mark Henry do an arm wrestling contest.
I mean, if Mark Henry
Yeah,
did
that would be
something
good.
like against him, that like a cheap shot or something, and then he did that to get his comeuppance. I mean, I could see that, but it's like he beat him fair and square. Then he
Right,
decided,
exactly.
it's like more heelish of him to do that.
And a lot of viewers out there, I don't know if you follow arm wrestling. I used to watch it, and they had the not long ago they had the finals on from some of the guys that really are the champions. They're not very big guys.
No.
They're really small
It's all
guys.
it's technique.
It's
There are a lot of
technique and
techniques,
strength in the
yeah.
wrist. And it's not anything to do with weight or
Forearm.
body
You
weight.
should probably be a great arm wrestler with all the strength you have in your wrist, Rick.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Like
It's from
Popeye.
years of abuse. Yeah,
Okay.
What happened to our
Next.
G rating?
that's done.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got. Show was talking. Oh, Kane.
Kane versus
Kane
Shield.
versus Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Dean
For the
Ambrose.
main event of the evening.
Yeah.
I like Kane, and I like the way he punches, and I like the things he does and kicks ass. He's like a machine going out there kicking everybody's ass.
Big red machine.
Big
An
red machine,
eyesore.
like a fire truck.
An eyesore.
But I mean, it's like they remind me of vampires attacking, and then pulling back, and then when they finally came at the finish and they did what they did to him, and like all this shit, it's like a vampire fest.
Yeah.
That's what they're
showing the
doing,
teeth
yeah.
and like
Without the feeding.
without the feeding,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was a good story. They told the story of like the odds have it. So no matter how much he knocked them down or got on top of them or got them off the apron, eventually the odds were not in his favor, and
No.
the Shield was able to take over. And
Well, in
give him
reality, they
quite the
wouldn't be
beating.
anyway.
Right. Three
Right.
against one.
Yeah.
I mean, just.
You-
Cutoff
It
was
is.
really good too on the knee.
Yeah.
It was a different way to do it.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
like that. I did notice one of the things WWE I don't know if they're purposely, if they're giving the cues to them, but a lot of times when they go into commercials, then the cutoff happens before they go to the commercial, or while the commercial's going on. I'm sorry. It's almost like they're doing that on purpose, so people will keep getting the app, so they can say, hey, you're missing out on what's turning the tide of this match. If you had that app, if you ordered that app, you would be able to see what's going on.
Good thinking. Yeah, it's probably true.
Seems like almost all the matches are starting to tend to go that way now.
He's been taking his brain food.
Yeah.
And like the Dean Ambrose actually beat him with the finisher, but it was a really awkward. It was like a headlock, like really awkward finisher. I don't know what he was actually trying to do. I don't think Kane took it correctly.
It's almost it's supposed to go flat down, but just the timing of the two of them didn't work. You know.
Yeah.
And then I noticed it was very slow paced there until they got to the outside part. The match started to slow down. It almost was like they were getting lost or something was going on.
Yeah,
out there. It really slowed
throwing
down
out of
a
the
lot.
ring and throwing here and outside of the ring.
Although Roman Reigns did
did
take a pretty phenomenal
his bump was
fall over the top of the table into the chair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know
where he
what?
kicked his
I
leg
thought he
out.
actually got hurt.
Yeah, no, he did the old heave ho, and then he kicked his legs a couple times. It looked really good.
Yeah.
When he did it.
It did, but I mean, sometimes you can get hurt doing that.
Oh yeah.
He laid there for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people would forget about him when he came back in. I did. I forgot about
So
him.
why, out of all three, Dean Ambrose?
Maybe they think he's the most ready. I think maybe he's got the most experience out of everyone, or had the best showing.
I would say the other guy does, in my opinion, with the one with the long hair.
I would too.
Which is what?
Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
Roman Reigns,
No,
yeah.
the thing
Seth
is
Rollins
they don't
definitely
want to
not.
expose
Seth.
that guy by putting him in an entire match because he's like the muscle of the group.
Right.
And the other guy, he's like the little sneaky.
Rollins?
Yes, Seth Rollins is like the sneaky guy in the group.
Yeah.
So Dean Ambrose is really the only choice you have.
Seth Rollins isn't memorable to me.
I just
in-
like
in
his
the group.
his hair color. That's
Yeah,
what
doesn't-
I
I don't-
remember.
something I don't like
That's
about
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
actually a phenomenal wrestler, though, when they give him a chance to go. I mean, that guy could go.
Well, I mean, if I could see him wrestle, I
Yeah,
never have.
yeah.
So
No, he
I can't
hasn't.
even have an opinion.
Right.
I haven't seen
Other than
him
the
do
fact
any
he's there. And no offense to
spectacular
him, I'm sure
moves.
he's probably really good.
Yeah, because it's like, what is his, what is he supposed to do in the group? Like,
Right.
you've got Roman Reigns, who's like the muscle,
Right.
and then Dean Ambrose is kind of like the Joker. That's his character, where he's kind of like the crazy, leader. But what is Seth Rollins?
Exactly. That's my point.
The right-hand man.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. They should have all designated.
Right.
Yeah.
They should wear name tags of what it actually is,
Yeah.
so you remember.
Well, they're giving Dean
Yeah, why don't you
Ambrose.
call him and tell him?
Okay, let me get my flip phone out.
They're giving him more of a shot, so it seems like he's
Yeah,
going to
they-
maybe
they
branch
give a good
off
shot.
or yeah.
I wonder how he liked working with him. But
Yeah, he was probably, he
stoked.
got to work with the Undertaker.
I'm saying
before.
that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah,
He's got
working
two
with
good guys to work
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, he still looks. You could tell the difference between Kane and Dean Ambrose, like as far as talent and
Yeah.
experience goes.
It's night and day.
It's exactly. It's night and day in there.
Yeah.
And you could tell Dean Ambrose is just waiting for Kane to tell him what to do
And
next.
so many people don't understand that.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing. Little.
You know how many?
thought you were
You don't
pointing
have your
at
phone
this.
number on
I
the
was.
on the internet, do you?
My phone
For
number?
training people.
I think it's on the.
Do you get calls from kids and people that want to train for wrestling?
No, I never take those calls. Some I used to get. Well, no, I mean,
mean.
like,
How do you know? I know. That did
No,
sound
the Santino brothers, they take it and then they forward it.
The
to-
reason why I ask
Oh,
is because my cell number's out there, and so I get calls from people that want to come train. Usually they're teens or whatever, and then they never show up. You tell them. I actually try to discourage them. I say, I'm going to be a superstar in WWE. I got this and this and this and that. I said, no,
Yeah.
just don't even think about it. Learn to do this first. See if you even like it.
Yeah.
Then one dad called me a couple of weeks ago. He said, I really want my son to start training for wrestling. I know you can work with kids. Can I bring him over? I said, how old is he? He said, he's 5. I said, 5. And a mom called me. I said, that's child abuse. Why would you even think that? Well, we watch it on TV and we know it's all fake. I said, excuse me.
gosh.
No.
Yeah.
Bring him over here and buy a
love that when they
casket
say
when you
that.
come.
Have them come there and watch. You can't get the ring, just watch.
They
Take
just
notes.
They just don't get it. And it's like the viewers that watch with Kane and Dean Ambrose, they don't get it that there's a guy, or maybe some do, that this guy's being led through everything because even with all of his training, he still doesn't know.
Right.
I mean, what you're supposed to know at that point.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. I mean, it's a never learning thing. You're always going to be learning.
Right.
There's no end to learning.
Exactly. You'll never even.
And the guys have worked hard. I mean, those guys have worked hard every week. All three of them out there putting together their thing to do what they got to do. And one of these days, they'll be something good out of it, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Because you have those that do, like the Zack Ryders and Sandows that do the same thing, and then all of a sudden they're down here. It's like working for a big company and making all your sales that year, and the next year they give you a demotion. Why? Well, we don't know. We just don't have room for you. It's like, why'd you work so hard?
Well, I'm sure they're happy that they don't get, released, especially after like WrestleMania.
There's
usually
nowhere else
house,
to go.
And
point being,
the pay scale with TNA and WWE is like
for the fans that watch this and people who call us about wrestling, your years in the business are limited. 35, 40 years old, 45, some make it to 50, most don't. Where do you go after wrestling if you haven't had plan B for a career in your life? Because you got another 40 years to go, you better be able to make a living.
Exactly.
And so many guys don't put their money away and know what to do with it. You've got to have another plan, just in case, because there's injury, there's all kinds of stuff that happens.
Yeah. Look at like Ricky Morton. He's oh
my God,
he's still wrestling and just he's a wreck.
Yeah.
Look at the Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Those guys were sitting high on the hog at one time with big bank accounts.
Well, yeah, but I think he blew all his money on
Hulk Hogan.
Well, literally blew all his money.
Yeah, he blew all of his money.
Not doing well either. Yeah, well,
But unlike
we all did too.
Yeah, but he did his.
did pretty
His was
good.
all blown on like a mirror somewhere. So.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Or some prostitute's back. One of the two.
Anyway, that's the business. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So how would you rate the show?
Which one of us?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Tricia, go.
Yeah, you know what? I'm only giving it a 5. That's
Really?
it for me. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't find it that great. Nope.
You, sweetie.
I will give it a 5 as well.
Really?
Because it's a 5th, and it just.
That's a very poor reason.
Yeah. Well, I just really it didn't bring anything for as far as adding up to the next pay-per-view. It didn't really get me to say, hey, I'm going to buy that pay-per-view because I want to see this and this and this and this. I mean, there's really. It didn't.
I think last week
hold
was
my
way
attention.
better, and I thought maybe.
Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry.
First, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, yesterday for all the Star Wars fans was May the 4th be with you. Well, for all of those that celebrated that with alcohol, today is called Revenge of the 5th. So.
Would that be Cinco de Mayo today?
Yeah,
Let's
and
just
it
say.
is Cinco de Mayo.
It is Cinco de Mayo.
Happy
So.
well, we
Cinco de
forgot.
Mayo.
We forgot our sombreros. We were gonna bring them. We forgot them.
How many sombreros? I mean, you had some, or you just one bro?
No, we had some.
You have some
We're just
burrows.
going to share one.
Yeah.
I have
So
one
it's so
burrow.
big, we're going to share it.
Yeah, that's
On a
cool.
burrow.
Yeah.
And how do you rate the show?
Well, anytime WWE starts the show with a match, I start that as a 5.
Yeah.
So it'll get a 5 regardless. This got like a 6, 6.5. I'd say 6.5.
Oh,
Me
that's
too.
pretty
That's
fair.
exactly what I was going to
Because
say.
it was it wasn't bad.
It wasn't
There's
bad.
nothing bad about it. There was nothing that jumped out at you. There's
Yeah.
nothing super exciting. Like if I did have this on recording, but it's not something I would watch again.
No,
So
I
it
mean,
wasn't
the
that good.
first match is the one that got me for the most.
That was good. That was
Yeah,
a
I
good
enjoyed
match.
that, but it wasn't bad. I watched it and I thought this isn't as bad as I was going to think it was sitting down at 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's kind of like with us, Rick. You had us at hello, so just to let you know.
I did that. I saw you shuffle out to my front door with your pants around your ankles.
Wow.
I know. But that's because he doesn't have a belt to hold him up. Well, Tricia, where can we find you?
Anywhere but next.
Equestrian Center?
Oh wow. No.
Police Academy?
Yeah, something like that. I'm making it Police Academy
Fire Jose?
7. Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, go on.
I'm just blowing that right out.
You're
Yes.
blowing it all right.
Yeah. Really. Patricia at Summerland.com, glowsunnygirl.com, and Twitter and all that. Stage 32. Yeah.
Okay. But it'd be next
and
to
many
stage,
more. And
next
then
next to stage 33.
all right. And then also, the question center on
Yeah.
that wonderful chief horse.
She cleans stables out there.
No, those days are gone. Thank God.
That's not such a bad job.
No, it wasn't. It did sort of pay off, I guess.
Did you get to keep the shovel?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not there, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right. And you?
Well, we have a week off next
Yeah,
week.
we do. Well, we do want to say we're wearing the Hood Slam shirts.
Yes.
Yeah.
We wrestled for the first time yesterday, and they have got it going. It is a
Friday.
Friday. Yeah, I'm sorry, Friday.
That's okay.
Today is Sunday. Remember Incredibly Strange Wrestling?
A long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
He was actually there. Johnny Legend was
Johnny
there.
Legend, sure.
Yeah.
It actually kind of follows that pattern, but it's unlike anything out there. They have a live band playing your entrance music when you come out, and just the fans. It's like, this was the most fun we've had wrestling in like 10 years. He actually got launched.
Yeah, I got thrown into the crowd, and they caught me.
They caught him, and they throw you back to the ring.
Did you cop any fields out there?
No, there was a lot of women there.
Yeah,
but I did
women. You get thrown into the crowd, and women actually grab you.
Yeah,
it's like the greatest thing.
They had a bar. I actually drank a beer while the match was going.
Did you ask them when they grabbed you to give it back, please? You need it.
I know, I did.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, we just want to say that the Hood Slam was
props to them for
phenomenal.
bringing
Yeah.
us
If
out.
anybody wants to look them up, I think it's called birdswillfall.com. Really, really good promotion, and they're still growing. So
That's nice.
Props to them. Yeah.
Finally, here's something good like that.
Yeah. Then we actually came back early because we were going to a concert. Him and the band concert got canceled.
The whole tour got canceled.
Yeah. So
we were
wow.
sad.
It happens.
Saddened by that.
So
Yeah.
next week we have off,
sucks.
but the week after that we are in Salinas County Fair. I think I'm wrestling Matt Hardy. In
Yay,
singles.
Salinas.
Well, what am I doing?
You know, that's the artichoke
really
capital
cool
of the
up
world.
there.
Is it?
It's
Yeah,
the artichoke
Salinas.
capital.
I'll have to grab one. And then the next day on the 18th we are wrestling in
Chowchilla?
Chowchilla. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 big shows
Yeah.
for Vendetta Pro Wrestling.
Good
so
for you.
Vendetta Pro, cool.
Well, Steve, do you have my links ready?
I think he's sleeping. Hello?
Steve, wake up.
Sorry, I had someone in here. What's up?
Do you have my links? Wait, don't be
course.
doing something else when I'm asking you to do something.
I have your links right
All right,
here.
listen.
Rick.
You guys know where to find me at
It's-
RicDrasin.com, right?
We do, yeah.
And then we also have Anabolic Outlaws as my sponsor. And they have all types of supplements, and they have my T-shirts online there, and we got some other products coming out. Good company, and they really give me a lot of support. I'm very proud of them, and I like them very much. 2 brothers.
Brother.
Also, rickscorner.com, is that available? Or no,
there it
leave
is.
that there for a minute. That's Randy's Fitness. Randy is a nutritionist and dietitian. She's out in West Valley here, and she, for those of you who have trouble with your diets and how to eat and all that, go back to that link, please, Steve. You're way ahead of yourself.
A little bit, but that.
She can hook you up on an eating plan that will suit your needs, because everybody has, that I know, to some degree, has an eating disorder. And she's studied this, and she's good at it. She got her degrees in it, and she will help you back on track. If you're a bodybuilder, if you just want to lose weight, or if you just want to be healthy, call Randy at randysfitness.com or look her up on the web. She's out in West Valley. She'll work you good. She's a good woman. She knows what the hell she's doing. All right, now we can go to Rick's Corner. All right. There's a handsome dude, but you know, that's my talk show. I have a lot of people that come on that are bodybuilders and wrestlers from the past, and there's a lot of information. I'm up to 6 million viewers now and 14,000 subscribers, so it's really hitting hard. Yeah. Also, I'd like to put a shout out to Quest Nutrition, and these protein bars are literally the best protein bars I've ever had. I mean, this is the best. You know, there's 20-30 grams of protein, very low sugar. I eat like a couple a day. They're good before or after your workout. QuestNutrition.com. They have peanut butter cups. They have 21 grams of protein.
Oh, nice.
Delicious. I mean, it's like eating candy.
Is
that's
it like
good
eating a Reese's?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Exactly,
Yeah.
just like that. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to them, and also to buildersandlifters.com. And I want to thank World Gym and Gold Gym for sponsoring me. That's a whole lot for me to say, but go to my websites and look these people up. They're all good people. And thank you guys for watching SmackDown. We had a great time today. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed being with them.
Always.
I'm tolerating her right now, but it's okay. She's going to have to work her way back in with me and be really nice to me from now on, and buy me cookies and popcorn.
I rub your shoulders, too.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
we know.
My
yeah.
head and shoulders.
Yeah.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.